Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about lesson 1, material. I named this lesson about material girls. Just try to be funny, but it's not about shopping. It's actually find the awesome material right one for your project. Okay, who am I? My name is Ruby. I'm from Taiwan and I have 2 furry babies. One is dog, one is cat, and they have been with me 4 to 5 years now. I treat them, it's just like my babies. And they usually work with me. Sometimes you will see on my presentation. Okay, and I majored in fashion design in college. And I've been selling my design, graphic design, handmade clothes, and more than 4 years online now. Okay, why material? First one, because material will affect your project later. And if you choose the right one in the beginning, you will save a lot of money. Some material is easy to work with, some material is not easy to work with. And especially if you're going to make it to apparel, like clothes, dress, those kind of things, you definitely want it to feel comfortable on your skin. So you need to know some of the basic material for your project. Okay, check out how the fabric or material construction look like. The very common one is three of this. Plain weaving, it's kind of like you playing in quads, so it's kind of like one up, one down, one up, one down. It's really easy on the picture, so I just draw a little picture to show you guys. And usually that one show cotton, linen, basic fabric. It's really easy to common. It's really easy to see in the shop. And the other one is kid knit fabric, and that usually show up inside winter clothes. Some t-shirt actually use this kind of construction too, because it's usually more stretchy and loose. And the third one is weaving. Is some show up in a lot of little kid project. You can cut it out. Usually the fabric ages is not going to slightly come out. So, and sometimes on the wool fabric also. And I'm going to show you guys it later. Okay, what's the symbol mean when you go shopping? The most common one you will definitely see is, what is this material about? Like this one will show you in the bottom of the middle. They tell you 65% is polyester and 35% is cotton. And width is how long or how long this fabric is. That's 44 inch, like 112 cm. And a yard is in this total patch of this fabric have. And look at it right now, you can see the fabric name, which is not as important, and the pricing. And also they will have a care instruction for you, so when you buying this fabric after you finish your project, how you gonna take care of the project. And usually some of them will put the weight, but it's not as common. So this one is right now, put it on the side, is 240 gram. And the thread count is actually means the the fiber, how they weave in, those kind of things. You don't need to know as deeply, but you can simply understand a little bit, which is help you. But usually the weight, I usually just use my finger to feel how this fabric, how thick is it, and what kind of project I want to do. I will definitely focus on material with length, those part more. Okay, and what's that weight on the fabric means? Usually lightweight, like handkerchief, those little light thing. Maybe sometimes t-shirt will have different kind of weight on the label also. Usually lightweight means less than 4 ounce, and the medium weight is about 4 to 6 ounce. Heavyweight is more than 6 ounce, so it's up to 6 ounce. And medium weight is mostly will be shirt, color shirt. Heavyweight will be like heavy duty kind of things. It's more common that way, or jacket. Yeah. Okay. Here's a common material you will see in the store. Pretty much every store. Hobby Lobby, Joanne, and Michael, Walmart, those kind of commonplace. You will see this material really easily. Okay, cotton. You probably already know what cotton is. You see that all the time, right? See on your back of your color shirt or all those pants, those kind of things. But do you know what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to be good and bad for? It's the most common material in the world, and it's very strong. And actually, they have a lot of I like their natural texture. Some of them is unbleached kind of cotton. It's actually help you like when you try to test out the project. That it's really cheap in the market. So you some people even in fashion design, the student will get that one to test out the project. Usually we don't have any pattern on it, just the plain and unbleached kind of color. So we'll still have some kind of cotton seeds on it. So we'll have a little black dot. You can see on the store pretty easy, and it's easy to work with. So when you try to use on sewing machine, it's super easy. But they absorb a lot of water. So if you accidentally get inside water or those kind of things, the fabric is getting wet easy. And if you wash them in the a little bit higher temperature, like 40 degree, they usually will shrink. And if you use high temperature to dry the fabric, usually naturally will shrink sometimes. But most of the time right now, cotton is mixed with other materials, so that's will help them shrink less. Okay, and the second one is linen. That's the most material I like the most because they are so nice. It's good for all the season because their fabric is usually summertime dress are really warm. Oh, sorry, dress are really cool. Their weaving is kind of not as close, so the wind can get inside your dress and close on the fabric very easily. And the natural color have their own personality. And even sometimes the first time you haven't washed, it's kind of thick, but each time you wash, they will have a different kind of texture. It gets softer and softer. And if you sitting down some part more or working on something more, that part will get wrinkled easily, but they have a natural looking wrinkles, which give the linen have a nice texture looking. That's why I kind of like it. And the linen fabric is actually good for the environment. Okay, bad part is really easy get wrinkle. I'm sorry, I'm typing wrong word here, but it's really easy to get wrinkles, so you need to iron very often. And it's kind of rough if you don't. The 100% linen is really rough on your skin, so usually they mix with cotton or other kind of material, so they will balance out the rough. And this is pretty common on the dress and Japanese style dress. Okay, silk is from the animal fiber and have a natural shiny texture on the top. It's good with the high-end dress like fancy style night gown, those kind of dress. Sometimes will show up in the maybe pajama, but it's like high-end pajama, those nice looking pajama. But the bad part is really hard to sew. So if you just starting beginning to sew, I would not recommend to sew silk. And if you sew the wrong one, they usually make a mark on the fabric, so it's really hard to get the mark off. And the other part is the price is usually higher because that's from the animal fiber, which is usually more expensive than the plain fabric. Okay, the wool is actually still from the animal fiber also too. Usually come from sheep, goat, or other kind of animal. And it's great for winter jacket, handmade craft, and also sometimes let me think. Sometimes even will show sofa, those kind of project too. But they usually not as 100% wool, they actually mix with other stuff. Okay, quality depends on the hair or the fur and how they process all those fibers. Okay, and it's usually easy to string inside a higher temperature, and it's not as easy to deal with when you just starting out. It's easy to sew, but if you're sewing wrong, when you take it out, all those kind of process actually kind of headache for the beginner. So I wouldn't recommend for you to start doing this one. But in the winter time, this kind of texture, those things really common. So I would recommend maybe you try it a couple times of sewing and start from, and later on you can start on this one. Okay, then and canvas. I like this one a lot because I'm making bags a lot. Okay, that's a heavyweight gray strong fiber. So you definitely know Levi's from the jeans, the story from canvas, and that actually have a tool weaving, so give them a kind of stretching and have a little nice texture line on the front, so you can check on your jeans or in front of your closet. You will know what I mean. Okay, and but the bad part is the easy to break your needle on your sewing machine if your sewing machine is not heavy duty. One time, try to sew my bag, which is a two-side bag, so I can turn it over and have different looking kind of bag. I using really common eight number canvas, which is not really thick, but I have a tool there, so which make it really thick on the side. They break my 2 to 3 needles, which is pretty annoying. But if it my sewing machine is actually a small one, single small one. It's pretty good with canvas, but I guess the fabric and the side is just too thick and break my 2 to 3 needles. Okay, and it's easy to string if you make it put inside the dryer. So that's why right now the industry like to blend with other kind of fabric like polyester, this which is really common. Okay, now we're talking about not natural fabric now. Is people invented like polyester, styrofoam is really common right now. It's lightweight and needing and used to on blanket, hat, jacket, and a lot of places, pretty much everywhere, to be honest. It's a cheap, common material you can see in the market. So you definitely probably will see on your, a lot of time, even on your t-shirt dress. And it's, I mean, even in the bag too, pretty much really everywhere. And it's not as easy breathing fabric, so I definitely not recommend on summertime. But right now especially it's high technology right now, so a lot of times they have a special similar like polyester kind of material. They actually name it different. They have different kind of technology. They make the polyester to higher like breathing easy fabric, but they just name it to some different else. Okay, and it's actually really strong. You will see it on the more like sporty kind of pants or swimming suit, those kind of thing. Okay, nylon. It's really flexible, really stretching, and common on the swimming wear. Just checking on your swimming suit, all those kind of thing. You will see this one a lot. Okay, and it's lightweight texture, not easy to. It's very not possible can get it wrinkle. If it just wrinkled, usually you can put inside dryer for a couple seconds. It will get back to their original look like, which is really nice. You don't need to worry about it get wrinkled really easy, and they don't usually absorb a lot of water too. It's suitable for like swimming clothes, but it's not actually suitable for like really close to your skin kind of project, because it's not as breathable fabric for you. So usually people wear it, it's really easy make them feel too hot, too warm inside. Then talking about next one, knit. It's a flexible fiber texture, and I'll actually show you guys in the beginning, like of this one. Kneading fabric is like little tiny circle ringing together, so it kind of hook it together, so they give them a flexible stretching kind of texture. Okay, let me get back to my knit. Okay, it's great for t-shirt, socks, hat, and those kind of stretching kind of project. Okay, it's not easy to sew for beginner because it's really stretching, so it's sometimes it's really hard to miss in some part. And finally, project is easy to change the shape. So a lot of time you have a knitting clothes, you don't usually prefer to use hand on the dress hanger, because if your hanger doesn't have a athletic put on the wrong side, and it will usually leave the mark and some strange part on your shirt. Okay, lace. That's probably the most girls and the woman like this material. It's not my big favorite, but I used to like it before. It's open work with a pattern or design. Some of the lace made from the hand, you can see it from the little Google is from a little tiny little machine that the lady just handed by themselves, which is beautiful. I think it's really amazing, but it's not as common for doing hand, which it still have, but which now usually costs much more. The price is much higher because right now you can use actually machine, make it really fast and easy, and lower down the price so you can get it on the market. Okay, common for bridal wear, your bra, those kind of things, like what's it called, underwear, those kind of things. Night dress, more like sassy kind, and more like fancy, more feminine kind of dress. Those kind of wear usually will have lace. Okay, some people use that one to trim the edges, which is sometimes on the under the dress or on the sleeve, those kind of part, which is bring out different kind of design, different kind of look. Okay, and what's good for a starter? If you're going to start making shirt, skirt, or simple dress, you can start from cotton. I definitely recommend this one. Definitely start from cotton, linen, but not silk. And since I don't have silk, those fancy kind of material inside my closet, so I'm sorry, I'm leaving a blank here. I don't have the picture for it. So it's not really easy to deal with, so I definitely recommend you guys start from cotton and linen first. Okay, and if you want to make like sporty t-shirt, more like lazy draping kind of shirt, pant, now I recommend all three of those for you: knit, nylon, and polyester. Okay, and if you want to make tote bag, jeans, heavy duty kind of project for little camp or door holder, those kind of things, I would recommend you guys canvas and DM. Okay, then a little bit recap for today's class is, first one I'll show you guys how the fabric construction work. The first one is plain weaving, second one is neat weaving, and third one is non-weaving. Okay, and the second one is what's the common material in the shop. I show you guys about 10 different example. 5 is natural from the plant, and other 5 is people have made it. And third one is basically different of the fabric, so you can know them a little bit more. Okay, what's the fabric good in for the project when you want to start, like you want to start one shirt, dress, skirt, all those kind of things, and t-shirt, bags, those kind of things. You can category different kind for you to starting out. Okay, and I have a little homework for you today. You can download your workbook in the below and check out your closet right after you download and print out your workbook. Go check your closet, your drawer, all your clothes, and see what the material they are. Okay, and use your hand to feel them, what they feel like, so you will have a little bit more idea about what that material actually give you, the texture, what you feel like. So maybe next time you will feel like, okay, since this material give me that kind of texture, and I want to create that kind of soft, nice, smooth kind of project, then you might thinking about to get that. Okay, and fourth, write it down on the workbook and keep those in the file. So next time you want to find something, you can start with that one. If you have no idea to start with, that will definitely help you. Okay, here's my little homework. Since I'm doing homework, so you probably should do some too. How to find your material tag on your shirt is very easy. Most of the time it's on your collar, back of your collar, in the back of shirt. And if you can find it on your shirt, usually it's on the side. They put inside the seam allowance, that part. And if it's pants, no skirt, those kind of thing, and it's usually on the waist. If you can find it, then that will be on the side. Okay, and please join my handmade group. It's free, totally free. And please hashtag me to material workshop, and I will love to see your homework. And if I see your homework, I definitely will comment back to you. Then you know I say it. And you can tag me on Made by INT on Facebook or Twitter. I'd love to see your note. Okay, if you have any question, you can reach out me on Twitter, Facebook, or even email, or comment below, and I will get back to you. I'll see you guys on next time. Bye.